Welcome reading 4. Your reading feels so different than the other 3. It's unreal. And I have to just preface this by telling you that right before I started this, there were eagles screeching above my house so close that I was like, holy shit. And I like grabbed my camera and my phone, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get, and I was like, it's like they were gone. It's like they weren't even there. And then I was like, oh, I bet they're in the trees. I bet they're hiding. But it's really exciting because I don't know what your cards are either. So I don't know what spirit animals are going to come through for you. So I can tell you, obviously, in the middle, that's a dragon. Yes, that's a silhouette of a dragon. And when I said at the, to choose your reading, I said there was one mystery deck or whatever. It was that because I knew if I said Dragon Path, people would know, So it was like, and I wasn't sure at that time if spirit wanted us, like when I first started doing this, I'm like, is every single reading gonna get a dragon? And then when I realized that every reading got a dragon, I was like, oh, that's really cool. The interesting thing is the dragon has shifted in its placement, and before you are 3 cards, and they're 3 different decks, and we have the Wisdom of Avalon, the Dragon Path, and then we have the Spirit Animal Medicine deck. Now, in the past 3 readings, they have been using them as past, present, and future. I had no idea that it was going to align that way, but it's really been cool. And if you were drawn to any of the other readings, I highly recommend you go and check them out. Also, they had me put this in this kind of like somber light. It's really bright outside. I have a flash. I've got a little light here that can go brighter, but they really wanted to keep it kind of soft and sweet. And I also only have like 15 minutes on my phone left, and I could, unload things or whatever. And they're like, no, this is just a short and sweet message for you guys. So let's see what's going on in your quote unquote past. Oh, the deer. Oh, the deer. And let me tell you, this is another thing that's really cool is the deer family's back where I live, and we've seen them almost every day. It's like we won't see them for months and months, and then they come back and we see them every day, several times a day. They're just like they're in their little family. We have our family, and it's cute because there's 3 of them and 3 of us. So I don't know if that means anything to you guys. Also, it's number 22, which is also the number 4, and it says gentleness and diplomacy. So interesting that this is kind of in your past. I already have a feeling of where spirit is going with that. But hold on, I'm going to go in the book. I'll be right back. Okay, when the deer appears, it's a reminder for you to step gently on the path, for you're walking into a time when gentle movements and diplomacy are required. The deer's strength is in this quality. Make it your own and know that your steps are successfully assured. It's important that you be gentle with yourself as well, for you may be heading into a period where you're unsure of your footing or just coming out of a difficult situation. Blend your personal energy with the deer's energy of gentleness and diplomacy. Walk softly, and the way forward will be smooth. And remember, never mistake gentleness for weakness in yourself or in others. And they call them sacred markers, and this is the animal guides it's from the animal guides of Avalon. But also spirit wanted me to show you the page numbers. I thought they were going to say something else. So 46 and 47, I don't know if that means anything to you, but it's also could be 10 and 11. So whatever that means. I'm going to jump into the dragon. This one's so different than the other ones that I feel like there's a different flow. Okay, and so I'm just going to go with what spirit is asking me to do. Okay, dear, let's put you. We're going to get back to the deer. Okay, so, oh, destiny. Oh my gosh. Look at that fierce dragon. Number 15, which is also the number 6. But 1-5, if that means anything. Destiny. Wow, that's really powerful. I'm getting the book. Okay. So Destiny really wanted to just be in there with the lightning bolt. It's really powerful. And it says, Destiny is a mighty dragon of great authority. She has no time for fluffiness, ego, or human dramas, as she puts it. She and her kind have been hidden in the depths of the earth for eons, waiting for us to be ready to take back our power and stand in our individual and collective might. She wants to galvanize us into action so that we stand strong against adversity and, if necessary, fly in the face of authority to challenge systems that are no longer fit for purpose. Destiny says, if you want change, you need to be that change, not wait for others to do it for you. You do not need their permission to live your life your way, nor can they absolve you from responsibility. It is your life, your journey, your path. You walk it your way. Light and fluffy will not create lasting changes on your planet. Have you ever tried moving a large, square, flat-bottomed stone uphill? It's impossible. As humans, you need to come together and work in union, not isolation. Take responsibility for who you are. Hold the vision of what you wish to create and work together with others. We are facing periods of change and at times adversity. We as people of Earth can only achieve a more secure future if we come together and work for the good of all. We can be the change. The time for division has passed. It is time for us to unite, collaborate, and work in unison. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to get back to, there's some other cool things that are going on with the dragon right now, but I am being urged to pop into your other spirit animal to work with, okay, to guide you on your path. Oh, the dragonfly. Oh my goddess, how cute. I love the dragonfly. Yeah, the dragonfly is so perfect for this situation right now. And interesting that we have the dragon and the dragonfly. And I'm feeling a lot of different things from you guys. So I'm going to just buzz into the book like a little buzzy butterfly because, excuse me, not butterfly, dragonfly, because throat chakra, you got to speak your truth and speak up for yourself, right? Right? Like, don't let like the deer was saying, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. People have to remember that inside of you is a fierce motherfucking dragon. You know, you can be light and fluffy and sweet, but in like when shit needs to get done, you need to pull out that, you know, like no one wants to pull a dagger or get, you know, violence involved or anything like that. But our words can be just as powerful and mighty as a sword. And Spirit wants you to remember that. And I'm feeling for some of you, it's about writing. It's time to start writing, even if it's just journaling for yourself, even if it's just getting ideas onto paper. Okay, so every word in this deck, or every animal in this deck, has a word or a phrase that represents them. Okay, and this one is illusion. It says, dragonfly breaks illusions, brings visions of power. No need to prove it. Now is the hour. Know it, believe it. Great Spirit intercedes, feeding you, blessing you, filling all your needs. Dragonfly medicine is of the dreamtime and the illusionary facade we accept as physical reality. The iridescence of dragonflies' wings remind us of colors not found in our everyday experience. Dragonflies' shifting of color, energy, form, and movement explodes in the mind of the observer, bringing vague memories of a time or place where magic reigned. Some legends say that Dragonfly was once dragon, and that dragon had scales like dragonfly's wings. Dragon was full of wisdom and flew through the night, bringing light with its fiery breath. The breath of dragon brought forth the art of magic and the illusion of changing form. Then dragon got caught in its own facade. Coyote tricked dragon into changing form, and the shape of its new body became like dragonflies. And accepting the challenge to prove its power and magical prowess, dragon lost its power. Dragonfly is the essence of the winds of change, the messages of wisdom and enlightenment, and the communications from the elemental world. This elemental world is made up of tiny spirits of plants and the elements of air, earth, fire, and water. In essence, this world is full of nature spirits. If Dragonfly has flown into your cards today, you may have forgotten to water your plants. On another level, you may need to give thanks to the foods you eat for sustaining your body. On the psychological level, it may be time to break down the illusions you have held that restrict your actions or ideas. Dragonfly medicine always beckons you to seek out the parts of your habits which you need to change. Have you put on too much weight and you're not feeling like yourself? Have you started to look like a scarecrow because you're not eating enough? Have you tended to the changes you have wanted to make in your life? If you feel the need for change, Call on Dragonfly to guide you through the mists of illusion to the pathway of transformation. See how you can apply the art of illusion to your present question or situation. And remember that things are never completely as they seem. They're not. And the contrary, it wasn't contrary, but I am getting the vibe to read some of this. It says, are you trying to prove to yourself or someone else that you have power? Are you caught in an illusion that weakens your true feelings or minimizes your abilities? If so, you may have contracted dragonfly dive bombing. Is this the final quote unquote crash and burn from some pipe dream that had no real purpose? Look within and feel the sense of self energy within yourself. Notice if it is ebbing, and find the point in time when you were deluded into believing that you would be happier if you changed because someone else wanted you to. Misery is a prime clue that you lost your will and personal validity when you bought into someone else's idea of who or what you should be. The illusion was that you would be happier if you did it their way, and forfeiting what you know is right and true for you personally, you gave away your power. And now it is time for you to take it back and reclaim it, like destiny, like the dragon. But you know how you do it? Look at how destiny is looking to the deer. The deer is looking straight forward, destiny is looking to the deer, and the dragonfly is soaring into the future. So if you look at this, my dear reading 4, as your past, present, and future, destiny is asking you to look to the past when your heart was gentle, when you had more diplomacy. Has your heart hardened by people who are being mean to you or wrong to you? I understand. Spirit understands. But you know what? You send them love and you go on your way, because you do have special gifts to give today and every day, all the time. You take your power back. Follow Dragonfly to the place inside your body where magic is still alive, and drink deeply from its power. This strength belongs to you. It is the power of becoming the illusion. This ability is ever-changing and contains within it the knowledge that you are creating it all. Because you are. I'm going to take a screenshot of this because it's powerful. Just to remind us who we are. All of us. This is a great lesson for all of us. I feel like this reading is for everybody. To remember that we come from love and gentleness and diplomacy. We're not the judge, jury, and executioner, but somewhere along the line we've had to build boundaries and barriers and, things to protect ourselves and our belief in ourselves and our dreams. Also, listen to this. This is going to blow your fucking noodle, but listen, you got to hear it. Some of you may have written a poem, a song, a book. Maybe it's a journal. And you've been writing in it and writing in it and writing in it. But now it's at the point where every time you look through it, you feel sad. It doesn't feel like a part of you. You know why? Because you released that part of you. And I release you. You released that into the pages, into the words, into the song, into the melody, into the wherever it's meant to go. Recently, I saw this great interview with Taylor Swift, and they asked her about her music, and she said, when I wrote those things, I was in those places, in those emotions, in those time periods. But once I put them out into the world, they belong to everybody. They don't belong to me anymore. Especially once she goes on tour, she kind of gets it out. She gets it out of her system. Oh, my throat chakra, speak your truth, right? And that's what she was saying. She's like, they belong to everybody now. So for some of you, it's time to burn it or let it go or get it published and put it out into the world. So it's no longer a part of you, it's for everybody, and it's a learning tool, a healing tool for others. Maybe it was your story, but it's not your story now. Also, for some of you that were drawn to go to pile 1, it's a huge yes, because that was in pile 1. And I don't normally do that, but they're asking me to do that in reading 1. And I don't remember where emergence was, so I just feel like this is Spirit saying, don't look back, right? We want you to look forward into the future, right? Emerge from your cocoon, emerge from your egg. It's time. Like, I feel like whatever you created in birth, like, it's ready to come out now. Like, there is no, and if you're looking for a timeline, Spirit said it's going to be different for all of you. So get that in meditation. Also, one of the last messages we're going to get is the medicine shield, because even though the dragon is there and the destiny, when you look in the mirror, who do you see? And who do you want to see? because that's the question Spirit's asking you. Who do you want to see in the mirror? What do you want to see in the mirror? Because this is your show, this is your place, and you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. You have these gifts, and you know what? This isn't a fucking sideshow, this, oh, look at the freak, that they used to do the horrible things to those beautiful souls that were different, right? This is your story. People would say, oh, read for me, read for me. I'm like, do you ask a surgeon to perform surgery on you right away? They're like, no. They're like, oh, you're comparing yourself to a surgeon? I'm like, no, it's just as ridiculous. So if I'm called to read for somebody, I read for them, or they reach out to me and, we make that exchange together. But you do what's right for you. You hear me? I'm about to get cut off. I love you so much. All of my information's in the About section. If you want to book any one-on-one time with me, magicalmedium@gmail.com. It's in there, and so are links to contribute to this channel. I love you so much. Blessed be. Ahhh. Take good care of yourselves and each other. Till next time. Bye.